Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel for another reading. I was pulled again earlier by the mermaid's energy a few hours ago, and they started to pull on my heartstrings and my energy, and they were so excited as soon as I got home, and they wanted me to really connect to their energy because they are so excited to work with us, and they're so excited to connect to so many people who are finally starting to believe again and really understand our history and our past lives. And they're so grateful. They're saying it's an equal blessing for us to share energy with each other, because I'm receiving a message that they receive healing from us just as we receive healing from them, just by connecting to their energy. So they're saying thank you so much for accepting them and for believing that they're real, and their spirit remains alive, and that spirit among us remains alive as well, very, very deep within us, for those of us who lived a life in Atlantis or those surrounding areas. It wasn't just Atlantis at the time. There were other islands that were similar. But certainly the most popular one, I would say, would be Atlantis. So the purpose of this reading isn't to talk about that time, but more so for us to receive more healing. And they're just wanting us to call in our masculine energy here. He's coming forward because he has a lot to share. He's quite nervous and very shy because of how beautiful these energies are. And other Mer energy as well. That's masculine's coming forward. I've never really channeled that energy before, so that's quite interesting. There's magic. There's magic, and that's very powerful tonight. We're going to receive blessings, everyone, so look at that. All right, let me just set the intention here. We're just elevating the frequency here to set the tone. They're stepping back. They're saying this isn't about them. This is about us. The message is for us. We are incarnated souls, so we need help at this time. And so they're honoring, out of respect for us and for honoring our bravery and our courage to have come as far as we've come, because it's not easy. Those who are fighting to be in their true authentic power and to really try and find deep down within them what truly makes them happy. A sense of coming back home. Once again, find peace. Dive deep. So we're going to receive a healing and a clearing right now. So before we even get started, they do want to gift us with this energy of a clearing. So if you're willing to accept, they're clearing any kind of trauma from that lifetime. All right, for those of us who are still hurting, because it's keeping you bound and you're not able to move up and move forward and move on from any pain and suffering from this time. I was channeling the other day that I'm in the energy of manifesting, and the energy of the number 4 is key. And this is the golden 4-leaf clover, and it's the good luck, happiness, and abundance card. So just take in those codes. All right, let's see here what we have. Give me a sec, everyone. So thank you for this beautiful clearing. All right, so these are messages from our divine counterparts. So right off the hop, I'm getting that they're very grateful and feel honored and truly blessed and touched that you have maintained communication with them, despite the fact they've had a really difficult time, and being able to persevere and really work through some of these deep-rooted, I'm hearing stubborn stains. So this could be like something very dark and heavy and something very painful that they have been refusing to look at, refusing to clear, refusing to heal. And this is why they would have stepped back. All right, and really prevented themselves from truly surrendering to this union once again. They know that they want you to know that everything that you bestow to them, it's healing. The tone of your voice, your beauty, just talking to you, seeing a picture of you when they see you, it makes them so happy. And they really do connect to your energy in a way that makes them feel loved and cared for and nurtured and comfortable. It's magical, right? You bring magic to everything that you touch, all right? There's just so much beauty with the way that you manifest and the way that you carry yourself, the way that your life is arranged, the way that you've orchestrated things for yourself. For a lot of us at this time, we've done this alone. I know I've been on this journey alone for almost 10 years. My journey started before that, obviously, but I've been truly on my own for 10 years. And it's been difficult. And they are truly honoring that. And they see this as a beautiful strength. And there's so much power in that. And it's helping them move forward in the right direction. And this is where they're headed. They're headed towards us. Right, so if you had any doubts or fears about that, please don't worry. They're right on track, is what I'm hearing. But they got lost, okay? They really, really had to do some inner soul healing, clearing, and it's been just as long of a journey for them on the other end of things, and it's been very difficult. It's been very dark at times. But they held on to the thoughts of you, and that was sacred to them, and that was very, very powerful, very important. They never once let you go in their heart, okay? You're their backbone. You balance everything out. Everything you touch brings balance. And they are holding on. This is their dream, and this is their hope, everyone, this 10 of Cups. And with the power of these crystals, we are currently manifesting this 10 of Cups. You protect this manifestation in this timeline here. And these energies are also, our ancestors from this timeline are helping us manifest this. They're holding space down below. Okay? And they're helping us build this very strong foundation. Don't give up hope. You have to believe. You have to have faith. Your masculine is very sorry that he's really been stuck in his head and he went off on his own to think. And he's willing to step out of this energy. Do you see how this card is just sticking out? And there's that number 4 again. And that's the 4 of Cups. We don't see any of the cups though. Okay. And I think they've worked that out. They have. That's why we don't see the cups. And he is feeling support here with this tree. Okay, he isn't feeling the greatest because he's really embarrassed, and he has some shame and regrets with the way that he let you go, the way that he would not feel strong enough or capable enough to face you, to come be with you, to look in your eyes, because he had to first do that for himself, look within himself to find the answers. And he's done research, you know. He's traveled to different places as well, often trying to connect to the divine, to have a better understanding of the things that resonate within him at a very deep level that many other people don't seem to remember or know about or want to know about or care about. He's tried to kind of pick people's brains around different ideas and things, but nobody's really able to assist him in the ways that he needs or wants. So it's been very frustrating, and he's felt kind of pushed to the side. I have a sense that they've faced a bit of ridicule as well, especially if they brought any of this up. Many people don't believe in this, you know, and to each their own. No judgment for those who don't, but we don't want to be judged either for believing either. But he knows, deep down he knows. He knows. This is why he looks like that. Caused a lot of stress in the past. That's why he was in that 4 of Swords energy, and he kind of went off recently on his own for an afternoon and really dug deep and cried and had to really surrender and make a decision around the fact that he knew he had to make a decision, around facing this and allowing this to come into his life the way that he knows it has to. And it's okay, and he knows that you have the answers. And I think he's scared because he's embarrassed still, and he's very shy. So, Divine Feminine, you might have to be very creative with how you answer questions or how you tackle discussions around things like this when the opportunity arises. I think it's not something I think anybody should really worry about. I feel like you will be guided, and intuitively you will know. You will know. And that's here again, the acceptance card. It's in the middle. And that's this diving deep in thought, like what I described with this card. And this masculine knows that it's a gift from the divine to have access to this, to be able to tap into this. And he knows that you can do that. And he can, but I think he was scared. I think he was nervous. I think he was, like I said, embarrassed because he's a masculine and it's not manly, you know, perhaps, to believe in things like this. You know, when has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. And I think he's gone back and forth with this double-pointed amethyst here. My right ear's ringing. He's gone back and forth on accepting and believing. And I think he's tried to let go. He's tried to reject this many, many times, and he would just come right back. He'd end up right in the same spot where he left off. where something would hit him very powerfully and he would be like reminded, oh, this is still here. Oh, yes. Then he would have another opportunity to re-examine those feelings, thoughts, hopes, dreams, fears, whatever would surface. And he really would love an opportunity to communicate again the way that you once did. Because in my situation, in the very beginning, many, many years ago, early on, within the first few years of those 10 years that I'm referencing, I tried, and it just didn't work. And I just had to accept that this was more for me at that time, and I just moved on and I stopped talking about it with him. And I feel like he wants me to bring it back up now, because now he doesn't want to look like the one to ask. And so he wishes I would bring it up so then he could just share his experience. But that means he still has healing to do, because there's no shame in this, you know. And I feel like there's so many of us on a world scale that are healing and needing to heal this specific timeline, and this fear of shame, this fear of ridicule, this fear of being judged, because we believe in what we call magic. Magic is the ability to manifest. That's all it is. Every single person does it. That's how you create things. That's what magic is. It's just a word. It's just a word. Words have so much power, though. And he likes the way that you explain things. He likes the tone. He likes your passion. He knows you're the authentic, true divine being, true divine feminine. Others in his life tried to portray themselves that way, and it wasn't true. And he followed them blindly, but didn't want to listen to you. And let me tell you, that was not an easy realization to come to. Yeah, see, he didn't invest properly back then. And he knows that he can't take away all those mistakes he made. There's that cup, it's peeking out here. See that? That's the cup that I tried to give, and he was like, not really interested. And I was hurt, but I kept it pushing, you know. It was so much more great than me and so powerful that I just happily followed my guidance, and I made a promise to the divine after a very serious situation that sparked my awakening. And I've had a couple of situations that really did cause my awakening, but this one in particular, you know, I made a promise, and that promise was that I would be of service after choosing to remain here as an incarnated soul here. So ever since I've been in service, and that's the power I'm talking about. That's the pull. So I strive for that every day, in addition to maintaining my other job, like my career. So I live it and breathe it in my own personal life. So within my home, and sometimes in the outer world, depending on my guidance. So, and then this channel's new, so this is something that I'm excited about, because my hope is to be able to help other people that don't live near me. So I know that the divine is quite excited to have me continue on with my messages that I channel for the divine. So thank you to everyone who are here this evening, and we have more messages to come. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, there he is. He came out in my last reading when I used these cards. And he's telling us that he believes and he sees the light and he holds that light in his hands, and his heart has softened in regards to spirituality. This is a thing of the past. He doesn't doubt, he doesn't have fear anymore. He doesn't wonder if he should invest in this for himself. He has many regrets, Divine Feminine. He realizes now you were a blessing this entire time, and he took you for granted, and he's very sorry. And I'm hearing that he can't wait to be able to kiss you again. And when he does, or when she does, take it how it resonates, there will be such a beautiful intention, and it's going to be very powerful, and he's very much aligned here. They're getting ready to come forward. They're getting ready to stand up as tall as they can, and they're proud. And they have the strength now, and they feel brave and strong. They feel proud in such a loving way that they finally have the strength. Did you see that? My phone just flipped. So with that, everything that happens in a reading is a message. He might have slipped up recently and wanted to call, but just didn't have the strength or courage. So needed a little bit more time, and this could be encouragement and a little bit of extra healing and light for those masculines who need that little bit of extra support to come forward. I know my masculine's holding space here for a lot of you, so receive the gift. He's willing to dive deep with you. You're going to have very in-depth, deep conversations, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. He's very excited, and this is protected and safeguarded. It's going to create a brand new foundation for this reunion, for your life, your future together. He's going to talk about how he's impressed with the fact that you were able to accept these things about yourself when other people didn't know how or didn't want to, didn't care to know. The fact that you did this for yourself, it blows his mind. There are no words that I don't think that exist that are going to be able to describe when he talks to you about how he sees you in your true divine authenticity and light. It's the most beautiful thing he's ever felt. He knows it's ancient. He knows. And it creates balance with everything you touch. Your generosity, your kindness, you're polite, you have so much integrity. It gives him hope for the future, that he's curious, like, how many other divine feminines like this exist out there? Imagine a world where more people can do this. And he believes now that you can achieve this 10 of Cups, where in the past he doubted because people scared him. Karmics made them think that it wasn't possible. I'm hearing that they recently received some really good news from a doctor around some health scares, and again, feeling very blessed. And he's honoring this love and this potential for union because he knows now that he's well and strong and he's going to be okay and has the ability to form this new beautiful life with you and can provide for you and won't be a burden to you. So if these people, our divine counterparts, had some struggles with health for any reason, they've received really good news recently, which is wonderful to hear, that they are going to have a turnaround, or things have improved, or it's not as bad as what they thought, or it was a false positive. Take it how it resonates, okay? And they're scared, and they were scared to talk to us about this. And there's our Misty. Come here, darling. Here she comes. Yes. Thank you, honey. So she agrees with that. Come up here, baby. Come on. Here she comes. Are you coming? Come here. Come on, baby. Oh, she's just lying down. Okay. Yeah, so they're sorry because they didn't feel strong enough back then to talk to us about it. There she is. Misty. Sorry, I'm just got distracted with Misty here. I just need to reconnect to the... No, she's going after the flame. No, honey, you can't do that, okay? Yeah, sorry. And again, I'm just seeing the Palo Santo here sticking out. If you've given gifts like this to your masculine, he definitely has done his research and uses it, and may not have in the past. And if he got rid of these things, he went back out and purchased more and is happily using them. And he's not sure how you would feel, if he was to bring this up to you, but divine masculine, don't be shy. Certainly, I know divine feminine would definitely want to hear about this. So yeah, he just regrets previous times that you would have spent together and not sharing equally, not being forthcoming about things you probably should have shared at that time, because now it looks bad in terms of whatever might come out, that it was held back from you in a deceitful way. He's concerned about what that might look like. And I am certainly not here to tell people how to feel about anything like that. I think that's very individual. All I say is keep an open mind and heart if you're willing to try and work things out, and take a step back and hear them out. And if you need time after you hear something, especially if it's something very difficult, take all the time that you need to think, and don't react in haste. Okay? And then decide. And that's individual, and that's different for everybody, and nobody should ever judge anybody's decisions, because everybody's feelings are valid and very important, and everyone is entitled to make decisions for themselves, because we certainly have free will. All right. Being incarnated with your twin does not mean it's an automatic that you have to be together. Okay, each person has to choose for themselves and has that right to choose. There should never be an imbalance of power, okay? And one should never exercise power and control over another in any relationship connection, personal or otherwise, okay? I just want to be very clear, because sometimes I hear things and it's like, And twins aren't perfect. We're human like everybody else, and we have struggles like everybody else. So he definitely is standing up and has hope that he can now step forward and match this with you and be more authentic and be more giving, because you've been so giving, Divine Feminine. He knows that it hasn't been fair or equal. He knows. Do you see this double pointed? The crystals. There's so much power in the crystals. I keep hearing this, and he's done research. I feel like he's going to gift you with some crystals. He has done a lot of reading and has been after very specific ones for specific reasons, and he's excited to give them to you. And if he doesn't show, like, some of the masculines are very reserved, they might not be able to articulate how they feel. So don't judge based on that. You really have to connect to the energy to know. Everyone's love language is different. And if you haven't read the book, The 5 Love Languages, you should read it. It's very helpful. Okay. The masculines I'm channeling here are very shy and very nervous, very scared, very prideful, but they've done their work and they're standing up. See how he's standing up? He's ready. He has the light. He's holding that light. He wants to move forward because he knows that you've accepted him with all the things I just talked about, all those difficult things, all the ways that his silence hurt you. Oh, I got that message today. My twin and I faced a very difficult time years ago where we were faced with a labor disruption with the agency we worked for. And being that we both work there, that was a very high stressor for us that led to our eventual separation. But he telepathically shared with me today when I was parking my vehicle in an area where we would walk, and during that labor disruption on our shifts, and he apologized. He said that he wished that he talked to me more at that time about how he felt, and wished he was more understanding about how I felt. I was scared. I was also recovering from a very traumatic incident, like I referenced earlier, that caused my awakening. He realizes now, at that time, I was not myself. I was very sick. I suffered from PTSD, and PTSD isn't something that goes away. However, over time, you learn tools on how to cope with those triggers. My right ear is ringing, so that's a big confirmation. So he didn't understand all that at that time. He does now, looking back, and feels horrible that he wasn't more supportive. And also listening to other people in his ear, not good. Didn't have our best interests at heart. Not everyone, but some. Okay, and some of those people are still around, so. All right, it's okay. Divine Masculine, we accept your apology, and I know for me, I've forgiven him for a lot, and we've done a lot of healing in the spiritual realm, and it's time to heal together in the physical now. Because there does come a time where you do need to come back together for the healing to be able to happen in the physical after a very long healing journey in the spiritual and the energy, as the energetics as well, as they continue to build and calibrate with one another. It takes time to do that. And I know today with my masculine, anyhow, he needed a lot of support because there was a lot of shifts, and it was difficult, but we made it through. So that's a message here. So we're going to be able to move forward. So that's a relief for me, because sometimes after something like what happened today, there's a void energy sometimes for a little while, but I'm not feeling that at all. So it's time. He wants to give you a gift. The divine gifted us with this union, and he realizes that, and he wants to give you a gift, and maybe it's the crystals, but it's more so, I think, sharing the understanding that you are the gift. Oh my goodness, Divine Feminine. Oh, look. Look. He knows. It's sacred. Sacred love, he knows. He's embarrassed. When the love touches you in this way and you connect to it and you fully understand, it heals just automatically just by thinking about it. So they're still needing some healing right now, because it's not an easy thing to come to this realization when you would have turned away from it or spoke ill, of the union or of your counterpart, because of a variety of things, and this is why forgiveness work is usually a huge part of twin flame unions and the journey of healing and the journey to coming back home to self first and then back together as a couple. It's very, very, very hard. Very hard. And he's ready. He's done the work. He knows you did too. You were here a long time ago, and it's not, we're never done. When I say like we did something, we're still learning, but the diving deep and what I'm describing here, we figured this out when we awoke years ago. For these masculines, it was a slower process, because otherwise I think they would have crashed, because they would have gone in shock, not done well. He just sees that you've done it in such a beautiful way. He's just so proud of you. He can't wait to talk to you. Look at contentment. These cards are the same cards from the previous reading. I'm hearing love and light. Look at the free spirit here. And he's happy you freed yourself from his toxicity in the past, from all of this, that you went off on your own and took care of yourself. I would often go to the lake and do my own thing and meditate and rest and be in the sun and be in the water. And he would see that, because he lives close by here. And he likes to fish and has his children, and they would do whatever they would do, and it's a very small community, so lots of times I think there's lots of times he would see me and I didn't even realize. Yeah, see? Recognition. Look at that. Yeah. He wants to get together, because it's time to re-energize. He needs support here to lift the vibration. And he's giving that some thought here. And he knows he needs to break free from the fear and the nervousness of finally stepping into this energy here to face all this. It's not easy. And that's, I believe, what my readings are for, is to help push us into that space of acceptance. He knows he has to. And because you freed yourself, you're going to help him break free. He knows. He knows you know the way. You see? He's made the decision that the Ten of Cups is what he wants, and he's not going to settle for anything less. He knows that you can manifest that, and together you're going to be able to manifest it as well. because we already started that journey years ago when we allowed this love to really come forward, because it was a big deal for my masculine and I when we allowed ourselves to fall in love with each other at that time. It was a big step, and he remembers that. And it's not easy to face and admit that you made all those mistakes and that you let this go. We were so close. We were so close, you know. But you see, and when he comes forward, he's going to be a lot calmer. He's not going to be angry. He's going to cry. And he's going to want to be very close, like a lot of touching. Very deep, deep, deep feelings here. A recognition that this was very traumatic for everyone involved. He's going to talk about it. He's going to be able to talk about it now. And it's his turn. He wants you to let him do it because you've done your part. It's his turn now. He wants you to rest and just allow this to come in. He's doing what he has to do. So if you have any doubts, this is confirmation that he's doing the work. So trust and have faith. A few more cards here. All right, so yeah, see, there's that King of Pentacles and the word trust. Trust and have faith that he can succeed now. All right. And he's figured it all out, so he has the plan. He knows the plan in order to come back and make you this offer that will be successful. And the ways that he would worry in the past, he isn't going to worry anymore. You've had endurance here, you've protected this union, you've done everything. Now it's his turn. And our ancestors are protecting us as well, so you don't have to worry. They've got our backs. Okay, look at all the support we have. And this masculine's got his eye on the prize here. He knows. There's still a little bit more planning for some. Okay. Don't worry. You're going to have your reward. Your Four of Wands, that's union. And he's decided that he wants to be in a union with you, so it's going to be a commitment of all time, I heard. Queen of Wands. He loves your passion for life. He loves how you take pride in what you look like. He loves your look. He misses seeing all your different outfits and the way that you look beautiful all the time. And beauty is even just being in a t-shirt and having your hair down. I'm hearing watching you from a distance, you didn't know that he did this, but when you would come out of the shower and just doing your putting your cream on your face and brushing your hair and getting ready for work. He misses hearing the people around him, the children's laughter, just having people in the home. He took a lot for granted in the past. And remembering and reconnecting to all these memories and energies are re-energizing him. Okay? He's sorry that he hasn't written back. He's been really busy at work. and he's tired, and he knows that you want to come and gift him with a meal if you've offered to get together. He knows, and he's thinking about it. I sent my masculine a message today. It's Friday, and I got the nudge after a couple of weeks of just leaving things be, and he's giving it some thought. Look at this. He knows that you're a gift, and he wants you to know that everything that you suggest is always very exciting to him. And it's not that he doesn't want to, it's that he's exhausted and he's tired and he's dealing with a lot. But he's going to overcome this fatigue because he knows that there's so much good to come, and he's going to stand tall and strong, and he's not going to allow this fatigue, if they're struggling with mental health in any way, like depression. It's that time of the year here in Canada. It's winter and it's tough with the darkness, and many people struggle with seasonal affective disorder, it's called. Not to worry. He's able to safeguard himself in a way that he understands that he couldn't do before, and that caused a lot of issues in your union. But not to worry, because he knows how to safeguard himself in a way that's going to safeguard the union now. He's going to shoot caution to the wind, Divine Feminine. He's going to accept your offer. And the people that he once gave to, he's not giving to anymore. He feels like, no, you had your chance. I'm going over here now. This is the last person that I haven't given a fair chance to, and this is where I need to go. And it's going to allow you to heal. Okay? And a confession that he's single. Okay? And that he realizes he should have done what you did a long time ago, and he would have reached this Nine of Pentacles status long before now, and it would have brought you back to him sooner, him to you sooner. This is you, Divine Feminine. There's that Ten of Cups. This is what you're going to achieve together. He knows. He received a reading, or he received confirmation of this. This is very powerful. It's twice here that we see it. He doesn't have doubts about it anymore. He has regrets that he should have stayed alone like you did a long time ago. But hindsight's 20/20. We don't waste time, stuff like that. We move on. We accept, we forgive, we let go, we move on. You have to feel it to heal it. And for some, it took a long time, and that's okay. That's okay. There's no set time for when things are supposed to be done. Everyone has their own way of doing it. He doesn't want you to lose hope. He wants you to have faith that he's coming. Believe. Believe in the power of this love is what I just heard. You have tremendous respect and honor for your... He has tremendous respect and honor, and honors you, and honors this union now and this love. He wants you to know that. He might not be able to use those words, but you're going to see it in the eyes. You're going to hear it in the tone of the voice. You're going to feel it with the touch. If they can't speak it, you'll know. And it'll bring you to tears, because I feel like I want to cry right now. It's that powerful. He's ready to come back. There's that gift. Oh, he's leaning forward. See how that was? He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's not coming back empty-handed, is what I'm hearing. It's his turn. It's his turn to shower you with gifts, and not that it's about that, but they want, that's a way, that could be another love language, right? So, if you're worried about an ex or karmic energy, let's see here. I thought I was done, but I had a few cards just sitting there, and they're like, take them. The divine is blocking an ex-partner. Okay, this is you. You focused on yourself, and that's good that you did that, because you've healed. And you're connected to the universe and to the stars properly, and you've had success, and he knows you've had success. And this is how you were able to overcome all the horrible things that this karmic would have done. And it's good that you were focused on yourself, because I don't like the energy of her. She is still trying to figure out like how to do that. Like, you see how her sword's up and her hand's up, and she's like, come on, let's go. No, the divine's going to take her on, and she's going to have to deal with the divine. You stay here, divine feminine, okay? You re-energize. You guys are going to be able to focus on your union here. You're going to be able to go off and do whatever it is that you decide to do. And there isn't going to be an interference anymore allowed. Your divine masculine, put her in her place. He was able to overcome her. And this was a test he needed to pass before the divine would allow him to come to you. See, he did it. And there's more than just her. There's other ones here too. They're gone. And he knows you're doing this. He knows. And he's perfectly stable and content with the way his life is right now. He's happy. Finally got rid of them. The burdens. Now the burden is that it's unresolved with you. That's a burden. That's why he's tired. Where's that card? Yeah, this one here. He doesn't want to hear from that nasty one anymore. They're very proud. The divine's proud of this specific masculine group that overcame that ex-partner. Look, he had a conversation here with an elder, or an older, wiser person that really helped with this confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that helped him figure out that he needed to be alone, and he should have been alone. And that the gifts that you bestowed to him were blessings. You're the blessing. And everything that works through you is a blessing. So everything you touch heals. And I was getting that today too, that we do this all the time when we're with our divine counterparts. We heal each other by touch. That there's specific areas that I know I'm going to have to assist with healing, because that's our role. And only we can heal when it comes to certain things. So he's resting tonight. Oh, the cards fell. Tomorrow he's going to feel much better, and he's going to be able to share some of this light with you. And it's funny, there's a beautiful lighthouse on this lake here, on this little island, and with the lake being frozen over, I was able to walk with my snowshoes, and I went and sat by the lighthouse. It's so beautiful. And that card there makes me think of it. And they're thinking of fun ways that you could spend time together. Just, initially to reconnect with no pressure and just go out and have fun. And he needed to put that ex in her place, because for some of these masculines, they were scared to be seen with us because they knew the minute that these exes would find out, it would just send them over the edge. And I was hearing telepathically some not so nice things, and oftentimes the divine allows me to hear just so I have a kind of a heads up. And it wasn't good. It was threatening in nature and very aggressive, and just very, very juvenile, very immature responses. That's the level that some of these karmics function at. We are way above that. We're miles ahead of them, but and just know, Divine Feminine, you're safe. The Divine's not going to allow this to come to you because you've done your work, and this is your birthright to be in union, and nobody will stop it. Nobody will stop it. It's a blessing, and everything's working in your favor. All right. So on that note, I feel like that's our last message. Go and love and be happy, everyone, and hold on to each other and have faith, and be kind to each other once you reunite and have those initial conversations, and hold each other tight and show each other as much love as you can and whatever love language you feel most comfortable with. So on that note, have a wonderful evening, and we'll chat soon, everyone. Take care.